Hey, this is Robert Graham with Grand Realty. So you just accepted an offer on your house. Let's just play a hypothetical here. What's the rest of the process look like? How does it go? Well, if you're working with an agent, then the first thing that you're going to do is be presented the offers or the offer, and you're going to sign off on that. And so after that, the next thing that will happen is that agent will then open escrow. But also, while that's going on, the buyer's agent will be scheduling the inspection. And this inspection is what I call the second leg of negotiation. The first leg is making the offer on your house and you guys going through that rigmarole and deciding if the offer is going to work out for you. So then the next phase is that inspection phase. So we always advise people to get a pre-inspection done at Grand Realty so we can identify any of those problems that could potentially pop up on an inspection, so we can try to eliminate that second phase of a negotiation. Because typically, if you have, some repairs and stuff that come up, a lot of times the buyer's agent will try to push for a credit, and buyers tend to 10x repair costs is kind of what I always say. And with our resources at Grand Realty, we're able to get things done a lot cheaper because we do it all the time through our investment side of our business. So we can get our contractors on your house really quickly, take care of an inspection, no problem. But that's the next thing that you have going, that you're going to have with the process. After that, after the inspection's signed off, the next phase will be the appraisal. So when you're waiting for your appraisal to come in, the best thing that you can do is there's just a few key items that an appraiser will call in every single house. So that are required by law. Number one are smoke detectors. Number two is a CO detector inside your house. You need to have one of those on each level of your home. And then number three, it's kind of funny, is earthquake strapping on your hot water heater. Hot water heaters, a lot of them, weren't strapped, and some of them are gas. And I think those are typically the big ones that they really want strapped, although they require them for every hot water heater. But an unstrapped gas hot water heater could be a catastrophic problem and could completely blow up your house. So those are things that the appraiser would call. Typically, an inspector will grab those things, and if they're not done, and they'll come up on your inspection. But regardless, it's something that you're going to have to take care of, and it will be on you. It's a law requirement when you're selling your home. So you really can't negotiate them to do it, because then you would get to the appraiser and the appraiser would do it. A really good agent is going to send comps to the appraiser, all the comps that they did to value out your home. They'll have that in a package, and they should be sending it over to that appraiser. So that way they can open the communication lines with the appraiser to kind of value out your home and make sure that everybody's thinking correctly, right down to square footage. For example, I didn't even recognize the house we recently purchased. The appraiser actually was off on the square footage by like 800 square feet. When you value out a home priced off of square footage, 800 square feet is quite a bit of money. In this circumstance, it was an investment buy, so we bought it at a really good price anyway, so it didn't really matter the purchase price as long as the appraisal hit just fine, so we were good. But in the resale, that obviously would have a huge effect. So after the appraisal, you're just waiting for all the little, dominoes to align for your financing. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and once that appraiser comes back, everything then is certified through underwriting, and the underwriter looks at the whole file and makes sure everything's perfectly taken care of and all the questions are answered with your finances and your financing in order to ensure that that's government compliant. So after that happens and you get it all done, then you're kind of just in that waiting limbo to close. And so you should be given some paperwork after that point. That paperwork is called closing paperwork. And you have about a 3-day window, I think, is what you have to have in order to go through the process of the closing period, and you have the 3 days to review it. So it's really important when you do get that paperwork, your closing statement, that you review it, open it, and they know that you've reviewed it and you've looked at it, because if you don't, the window doesn't start and they can't actually legally close your home until you've sat out that 3-day time frame in order to make sure that you're compliant with everything. So after that, then you're going to be scheduling your appointment to close, and a really good real estate agent would make sure that you completely know where your closing is, make sure you fully understand your financial statements and all the money that is coming out of it and where it's going and who it's being paid to, and truly making sure you understand your net. So, you know, and that's one of the things that's really important to us at Grand Realty, is making sure that you understand that completely. So if you went through the process with us, we walk you through every single one of those legs and making sure that you fully understand it, including probably sitting there with you at the closing table, you know, if we can, unless something else pops up, but we'd be sitting there with you at the closing table just in case anything, you know, did pop up at the time, to ensure that you have a smooth transaction and that it was a great process for you. So if you are looking for a great real estate company out there, look us up, Grand Realty. You can look us up at www.grandrg.com, or give us a call at 541-579-8640, and we look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.